Have you ever felt an inexplicable shiver or a pulsating energy when you were about to make an important decision? Connecting with our spiritual guides through physical sensations is an essential journey for aligning our intuition and manifesting our deepest desires. In this video, we'll explore the signals your body sends and how to interpret them, allowing you to become more receptive to the wisdom that surrounds you. Get ready to discover the keys that will unlock the doors to your spiritual consciousness. I'm James. My own search for meaning and purpose began when I felt lost, yearning for a deeper connection with life. On this journey, I learned that there is immense value in sharing experiences and learning from others. Opening one's consciousness is a fundamental step in any spiritual quest. To connect with your spiritual guides, you first need to establish a safe and receptive mental space. This is not just an act of desire, but a practice that requires attention and intention. Start by finding a quiet place where you can feel at ease. This could be in your home, in the middle of nature, or anywhere that brings you peace. Sit or lie down comfortably and start breathing deeply. Inhale through your nose, allowing the air to fill your lungs, and exhale slowly through your mouth. As you breathe, start to observe your thoughts. Our minds are often filled with the distractions, anxieties, and worries of everyday life. It's common for these thoughts to take us away from the connection we're looking for. So, as you exhale, visualize these worries dissipating, like clouds moving away in the sky. The tranquility you create in this space is essential for perceiving the subtleties of the sensations your body can experience. When your mind is calm, you become more receptive to messages from your inner self and the energies around you. During this practice, be aware of the physical sensations that arise. You may start to feel a slight tingling in your extremities, a lightness in your chest, or even a wave of heat. These reactions could be signs of the presence of your spirit guides, trying to communicate with you. Don't underestimate these sensations. They are the language of your body, reflecting the energies that surround you. It is often through these physical experiences that we perceive the spiritual reality that surrounds us. Now let's talk about attention to the body. This is an aspect that is often neglected in spiritual practices, but it is fundamental. Every emotion and thought you experience has a physical response. By paying attention to your body, you become more aware of the messages it is sending. This can be done in moments of meditation, but also in your daily life. When you feel intense emotions, such as joy, sadness, or anger, pause and observe how your body reacts. Do you feel a tightness in your stomach, a lightness in your shoulders, or some tension in your muscles? These physical responses are valuable guides. To hone this attention, you can do a simple exercise. Take a few minutes out of your day to sit quietly and close your eyes. Focus on each part of your body, starting with your feet and moving up to your head. Ask yourself how each part is feeling. Are there areas of tension? Does any part of the body seem more sensitive or vibrant? As you connect with these sensations, you can begin to identify patterns that relate to your emotional and spiritual experiences. Over time, you will notice that these sensations intensify when you are in contact with spiritual energies. This can happen, for example, when meditating on important issues or connecting with nature. By developing this sensitivity, you will become better able to identify the presence of your spirit guides. They can manifest through waves of warmth, goosebumps, or even a feeling of lightness that envelops your being. On my own journey, I have often experienced these sensations. I remember a moment when I was meditating, seeking guidance on a difficult decision. As I breathed deeply, I began to feel an intense warmth in my chest. Instead of ignoring the sensation, I paid attention to it. I allowed this warmth to expand, and, in a matter of minutes, clarity about the situation emerged in my mind. Since then, I've learned to trust my body's reactions as a form of communication. Inviting you to do the same is an essential step. By paying attention to your bodily sensations, you not only open a channel of communication with your spirit guides, but you also become more aware of yourself. This intimate connection with your body and your emotions enables you to navigate your spiritual journey with more confidence and clarity. Remember that your body is a vehicle of wisdom. It always speaks, and it's up to you to listen. Finally, The practice of opening your awareness and paying attention to your body is not an isolated process, but part of an ongoing journey. As you become more attuned to your physical sensations, communication with your spiritual guides will become clearer and more meaningful. So create a space in your life for this practice, even if it's for a few minutes every day. With each breath, with each sensation, you will come closer to understanding the mysteries that surround you and connecting deeply with your spiritual self. Ready to step up your spiritual journey? The 21-Day Spiritual Challenge offers daily practices that will help you open your consciousness even more and connect with your spiritual guides. Discover how to transform your sensations into powerful messages. Check out the link in the first comment. Creative visualization is a powerful tool that can be used to strengthen the connection with your spirit guides. By visualizing their presence, you not only activate your mind, but also create an environment conducive to these energies manifesting in your life. The practice of visualization involves using your imagination to create vivid scenarios in your mind, and this can be extremely effective in intensifying your spiritual experiences. Start by finding a quiet place where you can concentrate. Sit or lie down comfortably. Close your eyes and breathe deeply. As you breathe, allow your mind to calm down. When you are in a relaxed state, visualize a soft light enveloping you. This light represents the energy of your spiritual guides, who are always available to you. Imagine this light growing, filling your whole being, creating a feeling of protection and love. As you visualize this light, begin to imagine the presence of your guides. Ask yourself how they manifest for you. They may appear as familiar figures, as angels, or even as a subtle energy that you feel around you. Focus on the sensation that this presence provokes in your body. You may feel a lightness, a tingling sensation, or even a wave of warmth. Don't worry if you can't see a clear image. The important thing is the emotional connection you feel. It's also useful to associate this visualization with a clear intention. Ask yourself what you want to know or understand. This not only helps direct your practice, but also creates a space where your questions can be answered. For example, if you're looking for guidance on a specific challenge, visualize your guides offering light and wisdom on this situation. As you allow yourself to feel this guidance, be aware of the physical sensations that arise. These can provide valuable insights into the answer you are looking for. Once you have incorporated creative visualization into your spiritual practice, notice how it affects your daily life. You may notice an increase in your intuition or greater clarity in your thoughts and feelings. The images and sensations that arise during visualization may manifest in your life in unexpected ways. Be open to receiving these messages and trust that your guides are always there, ready to support you. The next step is to set a clear intention. Intention is a powerful force that can shape your spiritual experience. When you set an intention, you are creating a focus that can amplify the responses you receive. Ask yourself, what do I really want to understand or accomplish? This question is fundamental to directing your energy and attention. When setting your intention, it is important that it is specific and authentic. Avoid vague or generalized intentions. For example, instead of simply wanting to know more about myself, you could state, I want to understand what my purpose is at this moment in my life. This clarity will help you connect more effectively with your guides. Once you have defined your intention, use it during your meditation or visualization practices. Feel the energy of this intention permeating your being. Focus on what you want to manifest and allow this energy to flow through you. It's like dropping anchor in a sea of possibilities. The clearer and more focused your intention, the easier it will be to find what you're looking for. Remember that intention is not only a form of manifestation, but also an invitation for your guides to approach you. When you express a clear intention, you are signaling to the universe that you are open to receiving guidance and support. This openness is fundamental to spiritual communication. You may begin to notice signs or synchronicities that indicate that your guides are responding. This can manifest as intuitive thoughts, meaningful coincidences, or even physical sensations that you experience in moments of reflection. The practice of setting clear intentions is not something that should be done just once. It is an ongoing process. As your life evolves, your intentions may also change. Allow yourself to revisit and adjust your intentions as necessary. This not only keeps your practice fresh and relevant, but also demonstrates your willingness to grow and learn. Finally, remember that clear intention and creative visualization are practices that complement each other. When you combine these two tools, you create a powerful space for spiritual communication. By visualizing the presence of your guides, and at the same time setting clear intentions, you are opening yourself up to a deeper and more meaningful dialogue. Don't be afraid to experiment and find out what works best for you. Each of us has a unique way of connecting with the spiritual. Sometimes it can take time to find the technique that resonates most with you. Be willing to explore different approaches and adapt as your spiritual journey unfolds. True wisdom often comes through practice and experience. Reflect on your own experiences and how you can apply these practices in your life. The spiritual path is a personal and unique journey, and every step you take towards connecting with your guides is a step towards self-knowledge and fulfillment. Trust in your ability to connect and know that your guides are always by your side, ready to offer support and guidance when you are open to receiving it. Regular meditation is a fundamental practice for those seeking a deeper connection with their spiritual guides. By incorporating meditation into your routine, you not only calm your mind, but also refine your bodily perception. Meditation creates a sacred space where you can connect with your inner self and, at the same time, open up to the energies that surround you. It's a time when you can silence the noise of the outside world and immerse yourself in the tranquility of your being. During meditation, it is essential to observe the sensations that arise in your body. Each one can be an indicator of the presence of your guides. You may notice a slight pressure in your heart, a warm sensation in your hands, or a tingling in your feet. These physical responses are manifestations of the energy flowing around you and can indicate that you are in tune with something greater. By dedicating a moment of your day to sitting in silence, you allow these sensations to become more evident. I recommend that you start with short sessions, perhaps 5 to 10 minutes, and as you feel more comfortable, gradually increase the time. During meditation, focus on your breathing and allow thoughts to come and go, without getting attached to them. If a sensation arises, such as a tingling or lightness, bring your attention to it. Ask yourself what this sensation might mean. Being open and curious is fundamental. Regular practice will help you become familiar with your own bodily responses, making it easier to recognize when your guides are communicating. Attentive listening is another crucial aspect of deepening your spiritual connection. This practice goes beyond simply listening. It's about being present, attuned to the vibrations around you. When you practice attentive listening, you activate all your senses and become a receptive channel for spiritual communication. Guides often communicate in subtle ways, and it's easy to ignore these messages if you're not genuinely present. Start listening with intention. Set aside time in your day to observe your surroundings, the sounds, the smells, the textures. This can be done during a walk in nature, while taking a shower, or even while sitting in a cafe. Ask yourself, what is this experience telling me? By doing this, you not only sharpen your perception, but also open your heart to receive messages that may come in unexpected ways. Practice attentive listening in different contexts. Sometimes, communication from guides can manifest through subtle whispers, a song that plays, a conversation you overhear at random, or a smell that evokes a memory. These little things can be signs that your guides are trying to get your attention. Be willing to explore these experiences and trust your intuition. Attentive listening can reveal a new dimension of spiritual communication that you hadn't yet considered. In addition, it is important to cultivate a space of stillness and peace, where you can dedicate yourself to the practice of listening. This can be created in your home, where you can light a candle, burn incense, or simply sit in a comfortable place. Create an environment that resonates with you and facilitates this connection. By committing to this space, you establish a sacred space for spiritual communication. The practice of attentive listening and meditation complement each other perfectly. Together, they form a solid foundation for spiritual growth. Over time, you will notice that you are more attuned to the energies around you and, consequently, to the messages from your guides. Constantly practicing these skills will allow you to connect in a deeper and more meaningful way. I invite you to share your experiences with meditation and attentive listening. It can be useful to share stories with friends or in discussion groups. This exchange can offer new perspectives and encourage collective growth. By sharing your experiences, you not only validate your own journey, but also inspire others to explore their spiritual connections. Remember that each of us has a unique path. What works for you may not work in the same way for someone else. Be gentle with yourself as you navigate these practices. Patience is key. By allowing yourself to explore, you will discover new facets of your spirituality that will enrich your life. Ultimately, regular meditation and attentive listening are practices that require dedication and love. They are tools that can open doors to clearer and deeper communication with your spiritual guides. Be open to the sensations, vibrations, and whispers that can arise during these practices. In doing so, you will not only strengthen your connection, but also find a deeper sense of purpose and guidance on your spiritual journey. Recording your sensations after spiritual practices is a powerful way to deepen your connection with your inner self and spiritual guides. A sensation journal becomes a sacred space where you can document your experiences, feelings, and insights, creating a personal map that reveals the nuances of your spiritual journey. When starting this practice, choose a notebook or even an app that you find pleasant and accessible. The important thing is that this record becomes a habit. After each meditation, visualization, or any practice in which you seek spiritual connection, take some time to write it down. Don't worry about form or grammar. What matters is the authenticity of what you feel and perceive. When recording your sensations, start with a description of what you experienced. How was your body? Was there any tension, lightness, heat, or cold? What were the predominant emotions? This exercise not only helps to solidify the experience in your mind, but also to clarify what each sensation means to you. Over time, you may notice patterns emerging in your practices. For example, you may notice that in moments of deep meditation, you feel a tingling in your hands, while in moments of doubt, you may feel a heaviness in your chest. These patterns are like a language that your spiritual guides use to communicate with you. In addition, by recording your experiences, you also open up space for reflection. Ask yourself, what does this feeling tell me? How can I apply this insight to my life? This practice of active questioning not only deepens your self-exploration, but also allows you to connect more deeply with the messages your guides are trying to convey. Sometimes the answers may not be immediate, but the simple act of reflecting on your experiences helps to create an ongoing dialogue between you and the spirit world. Another important aspect of the sensation journal is the possibility of reviewing your notes over time. As the weeks and months go by, you can go back to your entries and notice how your perceptions have changed. This is a clear sign of your spiritual growth. You may recognize that, at first, your experiences were more confusing, but now, with practice, you can more easily identify the communications and messages from the guides. This evolution is a source of motivation, reminding you that by dedicating yourself to this practice, you are really going deeper on your journey. Finally, when you commit to the practice of recording your sensations, you are also allowing yourself to be vulnerable. Spirituality is an intimate journey, and sharing your experiences, even if only with yourself, is an act of courage. By looking at your notes, you become more aware of your emotions and reactions, and this brings a sense of empowerment. You become more aware of who you are, what you feel, and how you connect with the world around you. Accepting spiritual communication is a vital step on your journey. It is essential to understand that this communication does not follow a rigid or predictable format. Each of us has a unique way of perceiving and receiving messages from the universe and our spiritual guides. Therefore, opening up to a diversity of experiences is essential. The first thing you need to do is release expectation. We often expect spiritual communication to manifest in a clear and direct way, like an audible voice or a clear vision. However, the reality is that communication can manifest in subtle and unexpected ways. You may feel a change in the temperature of your surroundings, perceive a specific scent, or even have a thought that seems to come out of nowhere. These experiences can be your messages, and it is crucial that you are open to recognizing them. Another way to accept this infinite communication is to explore different methods of connection. Meditation, for example, can be a powerful tool. But you can also try other practices, such as art, dance, or even walking in nature. Each of these experiences can open up different channels of perception. By allowing yourself to explore, you can discover new ways of receiving and interpreting messages from your guides. Also, trust your intuition. Intuition is often the first form of communication we receive, but we can ignore it in favor of more conventional forms. If you have a feeling or an impulse that you can't explain, pay attention. These feelings may be your guides' way of communicating, and trusting them is a fundamental step towards strengthening this connection. It's also important to remember that spiritual communication may not always be immediate. Messages can often take time to manifest. Be open to what life has to offer. Answers can come in the form of synchronicities, dreams, or even conversations with other people. The key is to remain receptive and observant, allowing the messages to come to you naturally. Finally, acceptance also means embracing uncertainty. It can be challenging not to have all the answers immediately, but it is in uncertainty that we find opportunities for growth. Every experience, regardless of how it presents itself, is a chance to learn and expand your consciousness. Over time, you'll realize that communication with your guides is a continuous dance, where you become more and more attuned to the rhythm of the universe around you. The spiritual journey is unique to each of us, and the acceptance of the infinite within this journey is an invitation to explore, feel, and grow. Allow yourself to be guided and believe that, regardless of how communication manifests, you are exactly where you need to be. Cultivating gratitude is a transformative practice that can intensify your connection with the spiritual world. By recognizing the messages and sensations you receive, you not only validate that communication, but also raise your own vibration. Gratitude is an energetic frequency that resonates deeply in the universe, creating a space conducive to what you want to manifest in your life. When you practice gratitude, you are actually opening up a clearer channel of communication with your spirit guides. In my own experiences, I've noticed that when I give thanks for small and large blessings, something magical happens. The answers I seek become more visible and accessible. For example, when I wake up and express gratitude for a new day, I feel a wave of positive energy wash over me. This energy not only prepares me for what is to come, but also makes me more sensitive to the messages my guides want to share. Start a gratitude ritual. Take a few moments throughout the day to reflect on what you are grateful for. It could be something as simple as the sunlight coming through the window or the smile of a friend. As you do this, visualize the light emanating from your heart and expanding, creating a vibrant connection with the universe and your guides. This practice not only helps to raise your own frequency, but also strengthens the bridge between you and the spiritual world. Gratitude also involves recognition. Recognize the little synchronicities, the signs, the coincidences that occur in your life. When you notice these manifestations, you are actually validating the presence of your guides. Once, after a meditation, I realized that I had found a feather on the ground, something we always consider a sign of communication. As I gave thanks for this small blessing, I felt a wave of warmth in my chest. That was a powerful moment that reminded me that spiritual communication is subtle and always around us. The practice of gratitude doesn't have to be elaborate. It can be as simple as saying thank you when you come across something that touches you. By doing this, you begin to create a positive cycle of recognition and openness. The more you dedicate yourself to acknowledging and thanking, the more opportunities for clear communication you will have. Gratitude is therefore a key that unlocks the depth of our relationship with the spiritual. Acceptance that communication may not follow a standard format is equally crucial. Each of us has a unique way of receiving messages, and this can vary from one moment to the next. Be open to different forms of connection. Sometimes it can be a physical sensation, other times an intuition, or even a vision. The key is to remain receptive and trust that your guides are always there, ready to connect. Practicing patience is essential in this process. Developing a deeper spiritual connection takes time. It's easy to get frustrated if you don't immediately see the answers you're looking for. In a moment of doubt, remember that nature requires time to flourish. In the same way, your spiritual practice requires space to grow. Trust that by persisting and continuing to explore your sensations, you will be building a stronger relationship with your guides. Establish a routine that incorporates the practice of gratitude and acceptance. Take time at the end of the day to reflect on your experiences. Ask yourself, what did I learn today? What messages did I receive? This not only strengthens your connection, but also allows you to see the progress you are making. It's a form of self-evaluation that, over time, will reveal the depth of your spiritual journey. Remember that spiritual connection is a dance between the human and the divine. Sometimes you may feel that you are alone, but the truth is that we are never really alone. Our guides are always around us, ready to support us. By cultivating gratitude and patience, you not only enrich your life, but also establish an ongoing dialogue with the universe. So keep practicing. Be kind to yourself and allow this journey to unfold naturally. Trust that over time, your abilities to perceive and understand your guides' messages will become sharper, and your spiritual connection will deepen. Practice and patience are not only essential, they are the pillars that support your entire spiritual journey. By honoring these principles, you will find not only answers, but a deeper understanding of yourself and the universe around you.